what I'm going to cover is actually the teach side of the business. You know, the theme of the trainings are train the trainer, and I'm a wee bit like a broken record at the moment, I know. But there's three sides that we're mainly covering in these original trainings that we're doing just now, and it's mainly online. Now, that's not to say that the catalogue side isn't at the absolute forefront, but most of the people that are watching these trainings at the moment could teach me how to build a strong customer base and much better. So we're focused on the online side a lot. But before we go into some online training, I'm going to just cover the section 5 teach again, and just to let you see where I'm coming from with the train the trainer trainings. You've heard me saying that my new saying is if you teach to teach, you'll be on the beach. And that's why you're seeing some new faces up here doing trainings. But why attend the events? Well, you can see we're here, we're live on Facebook. So why attend here today? There's plenty of people here today that see the benefits of coming along. But at these trainings, you'll see it is the leaders in the business. This is a brand new business. When I was over in Ireland, I quite liked what Mary said, that what she liked about VVMK is everybody's coming in the same playing field. I hadn't thought about it like that, but it is. But the leaders are starting to show by who's in the meetings today, who's there. But usually these events, that it's the leaders who are making things happen. So if you want to produce results, you need to get along to the meetings. You'll often hear the answers at these events. And one of the sayings that I like is not everybody who attends the meetings will be successful, but you'll find everybody who attends, who is successful, definitely attends the meetings. So if somebody, the new success stories that we're working on, the income stories at the minute, which Kate's going to cover shortly, the new income stories, the new leaders, you guarantee a lot of them will be at the meetings. But the most powerful reason to attend the meetings isn't actually in the meeting itself. It's the meeting before the meeting. Well, for us at the minute, it's sort of technology, which we've done today. But it's usually the meeting at break, when you're chatting about the business, or after the meeting. That's why we do quite often have social events like the barbecues that we had at trainings and stuff. But it's not just a chance to socialise with the people in the business, but it's also the people who are excited and who are serious about making things happen. So by actually plugging into the meetings, you're getting into that positive environment. And we don't know who the top earners and who's going to be the success stories in VVMK, but you will guarantee that they're at the meetings and they're ordinary, like us. Thank goodness. But we all have different learning styles, and some are auditory, some are visual, some are keynote, which isn't in there. Keynote is your touchy-feely type, and some are experiential learners. And this is a new word, and I usually say you need to know it to show it, you need to train it to retain it. But that's a new word I've come up with, because that totally epitomises the VVMK business. If we want to teach on how to build a strong customer base for the catalogue, you have to experience it, you have to go out and you have to do it. So it's an experiential learning, and we would always say if you don't go out the catalogues, you can't teach it. We've said that forever, and it's exactly the same with any business, but really with this business in particular, all the way through, it's experiential. So if you're auditing, the most effective way for you is to hear it. So if you're auditory, you'll be just lying back and listen to me. As you can imagine, visual learners, they favour to see it. And experiential, they're most likely to learn from actually doing it. And that's why we're getting you up here and get you involved in the trainings, because that's the best way to learn. But it's not just from doing the training, you've got to do the actions for the training. You can't go up here and do a training on something that you're not doing. And I think definitely in this business, that's the key to this business. So this is, I find this little graphic and I absolutely love it, because it's teach and learn, and that just totally epitomises the business. There's my wee saying, you need to know it to show it. But I love the teach and the learn, because you've got to learn it to teach it. To teach it, you need to learn it. They're hand in hand. So what is experiential learning? I think I've explained that quite thoroughly, but it's simply learning by doing, but there's more to the process. Not only do the learners take action, so you guarantee if I ask you to do a slot for my next training, you're going to take action on what if you're not already taking that action. which is happening from a Luton meeting. But they reflect on it, they learn from it, they take a new action based on experience. So as we grow in the business, we learn things from experience. Might just be something on Facebook, like don't private message loads of people you don't know, you get a Facebook ban. That's experiential learning, but there's also learning by following the system and learning by other people's experiences. But it's basically when new ideas are put into action, they become the basis of a new cycle of experiential learning. And I've put these in there because it's cumulative memorization is what we're really doing. And I know it seems a bit like an English lesson. Sorry, I didn't like English, it was my favourite subject. But isn't it what we're doing? That just means repeat, 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 repeat. And by repeating it, you're remembering it, and by remembering it, you're doing it, and you become successful with the business, with anything that you want to do that. But the most important thing that you can teach your team is to plug into trainings, the webinars, the calls, and attend events. Out of everything in this business, if you want to develop and grow a business, the most important thing is the trainings. And yes, you're live on Facebook. If we find that doesn't work, you might have to come along. But at the moment, they're live on Facebook. But what kind of business do you want? Obviously, the answer to that successful one, yeah. We all want a successful business. Then you need to make sure you are today, the people here who are watching, the people in the room, are investing in a network marketing training for yourself. So don't just follow our lead, invest and train yourself. And most of the trainings, as you know, are here for you in the system. And it is a simple system. In a perfect world, this is what we all want. I want to have a high production, low maintenance team. Who would like that? Who wants a low production, high maintenance team? Nobody wants a low production, high maintenance team. This means that everyone in your team is plugged into the same network marketing system, which enables every person to get the same information. So at the moment, it's pretty rigid, where we're sticking to this simple, basic system. As you grow and develop, leaders will grow and develop and take it further. But in the basic system, it's important that the trainings we do here today in Scotland are the same trainings that we're doing in Essex, Luton, Ireland. And then once everybody's trained up, I'll be on the beach. How long will that take? Well, I'll be on the beach. Right, if not, the distributors in your team, and you can see this, you do see, Thomas, and you've sprung your live, remember. And do remember that we do see evidence of this. The distributors in your team will be asking questions about everything, the new products, the ordering process, there's lots. Everything is actually there, whether it starts off with an email, a questions and answers on the website, or one of our training videos, the answers to every single question is there. So what you want to do is you want to try and teach your team to go to find the answer. They do it at school. They don't, when the child gets homework, they don't give them the books anymore. We used to get books and study books, but we still had to find the answers. You might correct me if I'm wrong. There's a school teacher here. They have to go and research it and find the information. Is that right? Sometimes. So that means I'm not quite right. Maybe my granddaughters just like to research. But can you imagine being Liz Harper, for example, all the questions that's been asked to her, there's already answered through the company training tools, the webinars and whatever. So we're trying to get basically your team system dependent. I mean, most back offices and back office MLM just means your Facebook, your internet, your communication with the team. It's distributed regularly, isn't it? You've all got groups, you all share stories with your group. We've got a group, VVNK's got a group, we've got webinars, we've got calls. And if you want a huge successful team of distributors that has the duplication, everybody must plug into that network marketing system. That's how you get a huge, huge business. It's the most important thing that you can teach your team. Not everybody is going to want to team build and plug into these type of meetings forever, but they do need to plug into a certain amount of trainings if you want to get a great customer base, or if you want to get a great online customer base. Even if you don't want to build a business, you've still got a little bit of work to do. So it doesn't matter what the tools are. If the new team members are not getting the necessary information, you will end up with that high maintenance, low productivity team. So responsibility for training is important for distributors, network marketing training is important, and every person in the team must be responsible for plugging into the system that's already available. It does go on this. I'm not the author of this. I found this online. Your team must be, and this is the part that I love because it is absolutely true. If we can just become system dependent, I know where I can get the templates, I know where I can get this video, I know where I can get that video. It's a very, very easy website to get round. And it all starts when you're getting started emails, the training videos. It's a mandatory process to go through that to get the duplications, but some distributors don't go through it. I'm not going to read everything out in this one. It's a bit of repetition. I think I've actually got the same slide in twice there. But this bit here, are you not astounded sometimes by questions that get asked right after a video, or sometimes I've been asked a question and the answer is actually in the post? So we have to teach our team, instead of just saying, well, this is the answer to that question, you quite often see me on Facebook say, go and ask this person, go to this department. As an independent owner, and that's what everybody in this business is, we're independent owners, your own independent business. It all starts with you. It's up to them to get trained and educated. We put the system in place for you. You've got great trainers and great opportunity with live trainings like this, as well as the support site, as well as the YouTube support site, as well as Viva MK support. There's massive training, but it's up to you. And that's the message that we need to get across to our team. It's up to them to get educated. It all starts with them. They plug in, get their team to plug in. Everybody's going in the same direction. It's a team sport. Right, I'm going to end it after this bit here because I meant to take a few slides out and I didn't. But this is just to go back to what I was saying. If you can't explain it simply, then you don't understand it well enough. So if you're starting to team build and you're speaking to new people about the business, if you can't put that in simple terms, then you don't understand it well enough. And I thought that was a great message from that author. And if you want to understand something well, explain it. So as soon as you start to explain it, your brain goes in a different pattern. And that's a train the trainer.